about on the recumbents. Let's go. Ride low. Ride recumbent.
Good morning. BJ and Joe on those. Go ahead, Joe. Out and about on the recumbents. Couldn't get out yesterday because it rained all day, on and off all day. Today looks pretty good. They weren't talking about any real big chance of rain today. Maybe even tomorrow. Today is Friday, May 2nd. Hope you all had a really good May Day. We're on the Templeton Gap Trail, or the T-Gap Trail as we call it, and one of our familiar routes. Of course, all our routes are probably pretty familiar, especially to our long-term subscribers. Bless your heart for hanging with us. But yeah, we got a little bit of a late start because I wanted to, we've noticed that the trikes, when they hit a bump, they clatter a bit. So, I just did a kind of a nut and a bolt over everything. And Jo said she thought it was coming from the area where these trikes fold, because these are foldable trikes, although they're not near as good as the new ice trikes, the newer ice trikes, because they're basically the rear folds over and then the wheel kind of folds over. Well, this one, the rear will fold over, but the rear wheel won't fold over. I think on the new ones they call it close and twist system, because the wheel will actually kind of flop over, so it makes it more compact than ours can be. Ours will only go in half. But the funny thing about it is the way they designed this older one is that if you don't have a strap, holding on the holding the two parts together, at the hinge, if you don't have a strap and you try to pick this up from the rack, guess what? It just comes right up, and so it's trying to fold itself. So we have to put, well, basically we use the old toe clip straps, and that's how we keep ours from coming apart when we pick up the rear wheel. Like push it into the storage unit or something. So yeah, we were just wondering if maybe that had loosened up on us. Howdy. Have a good one. Gotta like moms that really try to make the thing for your kid. That's pretty impressive. Of course, that's one thing that's really fun about trikes. The kids really like trikes. Once they get a little older, who cares? They're not cool anymore. usually by then, if they're interested in bicycles, it'd either be motocross, not motocross, but bicycle motocross, BMX, or they'll want to become a road racer, like Tadej Pogacar. Don't know how that's how you say it, but he's won the last couple of the Tour de France's, and he's still a young man. I mean, he's only in his like early 20s, and he's just been killing it the last few years. We don't keep track of it like we used to. We've always been fans of the racing, but we're not going to ride that kind of bike because, well, we couldn't. It'd be way too uncomfortable for us. And of course, Joe can't because of, her heart attack and type 2 diabetes. Her balance is just not there for a two-wheel bike anymore. And I'll be honest, I'll be 70 in August, and my balance isn't what it used to be either. I think I could still do a regular bicycle, or a recumbent bicycle, two-wheeler. I think I could do okay. But I noticed the last one that I had, and I really enjoyed the two-wheeled recumbents. Because, I mean, they're like the trikes, they're super comfortable, except you have to balance them, But they have all the other attributes of the trike. And they're lighter, so they're faster. And my last one had, the last one had, it had a 20-inch wheel in the back and a 16-inch wheel in the front. But the one I really liked was, I had a 20-inch wheel on the front and a 26-inch wheel in the back. That one, plus it was aluminum frame. It had pretty much at the time, this is back in 2011, SRAM X9, derailleurs, so it was all very top end, and for being a recumbent, that thing would go. I mean, it would just flat go. They're supposedly, I don't know, because of the way things are going, and the huge cuts everything is getting anymore. From the current administration. I don't know, but I know at one time they actually said they had the money to be able to redo this parking lot. This is Portal Park, Portal. Yeah, it's really rough in places. Yeah, we gotta do a little street crossing here. I figured out how I want to clip this, the adapter for the wireless mic, and the adapter that it fits into to go into the camera. I figured out how I want to mount it. Now I just got to find me the right piece that will let me do that. Pretty good view of Pikes Peak up there. All right. Okay. Have a great day.
So fun. You too.
They are. Yeah. So we're on the older section now, as you can tell by the bumpy asphalt. And this is just, it's like a giant flood basin. Yesterday it probably had quite a bit of water in it. Because like I said, it rained on and off all day yesterday. We didn't, I took a short walk, basically a 5K, which is 3.1 miles. And that, that was there and back. And I got sprinkled on about halfway on the way back to the apartment. But luckily it didn't rain. Now I have a rain poncho, when we're walking. We both do, and then we both have full range suits for riding, which you saw a couple videos ago because they're screaming yellow. Well, they're not as screaming yellow as they used to be, but they're still pretty yellow. But you can tell it rained because all the grass down there in the flood basin is green. Usually it's brown, very brown. But yeah, we're just we're gonna go up here, and then we're gonna go underneath Union Boulevard. So we've got to go through a tunnel. That's St. Mary's High School stadium up there. That's our Catholic school system here in Colorado Springs. St. Mary's High School is the high school for them. But the high school is actually, I don't know where it is exactly. I think it's more downtownish. Yeah, and but they've got their stadium over here, and it's not that old. It's probably about 3 to 4 years old. It hadn't been that long since, because at one time they asphalted the trail on both sides of the drainage canal here. So yeah, yesterday, I apologize, not yesterday, but howdy. The day before's video had a lot of heavy wind noise, and I thought it might have been because instead of clipping it to my my jersey collar, I clipped it to the what do you call it, the plastic band on my helmet, and I think I just kind of put it in a bad place, and it was able to catch a lot of wind, because it's breezy today, but 2 days ago it was windy. It's flat windy, so that may be the difference. You know, I mean, I've got the I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've got the cat whiskers or cat hair cover, you know, for the microphone, and that's really about all you can do. There's just really not much more you can do. Okay, gonna let Joe get into the tunnel here before I head down. All right, that should give her enough time, because like you said before, my trike coasts a little faster than hers does. Ole, 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 ole. All right, here we go. Up, 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 up. Yeah, there's a lot of, it's a really angled hill there. Yeah, we have a saying, if you live and ride in Colorado Springs, there's a hill somewhere. We don't have, we only have a couple of really flat trails here, and that's the Midland out of the Midland Trail out of America the Beautiful Park that goes over to Manitou, and then parts of the Shook's Run are pretty flat, but there's also parts that aren't. I'm being attacked by a Coke bottle. Lazy people. Oh man. Jackass. Had to get his truck out there, so he made a mess on the dang trail. I'll tell you, people, when there's actually kind of a little bit of a, you know, low spot driveway there that that they could have used. But you know how people are. They can just be people. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do today. we'll probably just do the stay on the T-Gap Trail all the way to Ranch Drive and turn around. I don't think we're going to go up the Austin Bluffs Trail today. Just really don't feel like howdy. Really don't feel like beating myself on the hills today. We like I said, except for my little walk, and Joe did 30 minutes on the trainer, as we had a Pace Medical Associate come out and show Joe how to use her newfangled Libre something, what you call it, diabetes tester, you know, where you put a sensor in your arm, and well, it's an external sensor, but it goes into your arm and it will literally read her blood sugar anytime she wants it without having to poke herself. So, and you know, we couldn't even dream of affording it on the old insurance, but man, bless their heart, Pace is awesome. Or the Pace is a senior medical care system in some states. It's not everywhere, and man, it is literally, thank the Lord, been a godsend for us, because we've been able to get things done we haven't been able to do in years. Like Joe just had a dental appointment, and they're gonna do a heavy cleaning, and then they're going to give her partials for the gap she's got in her teeth. And I have a dental appointment on May 8th, which is also my brother Bob's birthday. Happy birthday, Bob, a little early. And hopefully they sound like they're willing to get me a new set of dentures, you know, at least for the top, which would really be lovely. I mean, been very impressed. These dentures have lasted me 25 years. And they haven't had the world's easiest life. I've dropped them a couple times, but they've had, and even with half the teeth missing, it's still doing the job, you know. It's making it so I can still eat. Without it, man, I'd be in deep stuff. I wouldn't be able to eat hardly anything except for really soft foods. My diet would consist of scrambled eggs, mashed potatoes, you know, and that kind of stuff. Howdy? And like I said, we're heading up into the Austin Bluffs area of Colorado Springs. This is the big road, the big road that goes over by bridge. That's Austin Bluffs Parkway. That's a major, you know, 6 to 8 laner. I think it's an 8 laner, and I believe they actually have like bike lane on it. We ain't gonna ride it. Just too dangerous, man. That traffic's crazy. Basically, we won't do Austin Bluffs Parkway. We won't do Academy Boulevard. We won't do Fillmore Street, because you are just literally taking your life in your hands. And as you can see, this man-made canal, is a drainage canal, runs into the natural drainage basin that we came up. So pretty protected, you know. That, and if you follow the Templeton Gap Trail, it will take you underneath both the trail bridge for the Austin Bluffs Trail and Austin Bluffs Parkway itself. But it puts you right down into the drainage system. So hopefully straight. Hopefully it didn't pull up too much rainwater. Every once in a while it will, but it's like the forestry guys are out here busting buns as usual. Trying to take out some of the bad trees. Okay. All right, as I said, we're going down. Going down. Okay. That was my Aerosmith reference, in case you missed that. Like I said, since we don't know exactly how we end up, we know we're going somewhere, but you know, I'm hoping that we don't do the reincarnation thing. And if we do, I don't want to be a passing on your left. Thank you. Nobody else behind me. Have a great day. Keep going straight, Joe. Oh, bounce. Got some rough edges there. When we come back, we'll jump onto Fillmore. Either that or we'll bypass it and go someplace else for lunch. You know, we're just doing the brown bag, but someplace to get iced tea. Because the day is nice enough for iced tea. If it was 10 degrees colder, it'd be a hot tea day. But yeah, I'm sorry you get a lot of my feet in this video today, because I have to admit, did a lot of weird angle, you know, camera holding on the last video, and kind of made all my joints mad at me. So my elbows and shoulders, you know, at the joints are a little bit sore today. So I mean, nothing major, mind you, but yeah, it's definitely letting me know. We're doing a kind of a little constant climb here, you know, it's not like real fierce or anything. Alright, looks like Joe went into 2, so I'm going to do the same thing. 2 on the E-assist. Yeah, I've noticed that because she's running, she's only running 5 levels, so, and I run 9 levels. One nice thing about the Bafang, you have a choice, 3, 5, or 9 levels, and she, her level 2 seems a bit stronger than mine. This is one big old long drainage ditch, boy. Let me just tell you, pretty deep too. I'd say at least 15 foot. So you definitely wouldn't want to get trapped in there, boy. You'd have a heck of a time getting out. But yeah, like I said, it's a pretty nice day today. And it's looking like tomorrow is going to be pretty decent too. And that's a plus because originally Saturday wasn't supposed to be too good. But Sunday the rain's starting to come in. Monday, Tuesday, it's I mean, one of those all-day rains. And now, coming up here for about a week, there won't be any videos because, well, we're trading in our 3-wheeled recumbent trikes for a 4-wheeled pregnant roller skate subcompact rental car. And we're doing a flying road trip to Tennessee. The main thing is to see our daughter graduate college. Jen, she's got a, she's got like an AS in photography and communication and an AS in business. So and she's started her own dog photography studio. She's for you folks out there that are doggers, Jen and Jason, our son-in-law, as far as I'm concerned, he's my son. They love their dogs. They have 2 German pointer dogs. I'm sorry, I'm really bad about breeds, okay? It's a dog to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I like dogs, but they're not for me because I'm sorry, but I'm not picking up anything's poop, okay? Unless it's my own. But give you kind of a back view here, kind of a cool trail view. All right, Joe's doing her cool thing. She's trying to take pictures of me while holding the camera over her head. All right. But yeah, we just, we were like, oh man, Friday's going to be a nice day. Because at first, Friday didn't even look all that good. But then over the last 2 days, it's, I think what it is it was so windy, the storm kind of blew itself out. They do that sometimes. And hopefully, everything is, all the adapters and the mic's lit up. So hopefully this is recording. And hopefully you're not getting quite as much wind as the last video, because it is breezy, and then once you get up out of the the little valleys that some of these trails are in, it's even a little bit more breezy, like right now. But like I said, we're right along Union Boulevard now, so that's where all the car noise is coming from. And so yeah, if any of you all know a better trick, for keeping wind noise down, howdy. If any of you know a better trick for keeping wind noise down than the cat whiskers, the fuzzy ball, because it doesn't. It's even much worse with the with the normal styrofoam mic cover. That doesn't do anything. Seriously. There's a Bethel Mennonite church. The Mennonites are kind of cool, They believe in a lot of the old-fashioned stuff, but they don't shun modern things, like cars and electricity and, running toilets and that kind of thing, But they have a lot of Amish values otherwise. And the Mennonites don't run around in, at least I don't think so. Maybe, like if you're from Pennsylvania where they have, you know, a lot of the come on, my brain just went dead. I hate it when it does that. Man, I hate when it. I'll get it eventually, but Amish, yeah, you know, where the Amish, you know, do the horse and buggy thing and hand plows, and I don't think the Mennonites. I don't think the Mennonites do the horse and buggy thing. I think the Mennonites, they don't mind cars. Yeah, it's a really beautiful day today. I mean, it's about 9/10 sunny. There really is hardly a cloud in the sky. I got a couple of small ones up there. They're a little more than small, I guess, forming over the peak, or not over the peak, but south of the peak there. And I think that's they were kind of saying that, you know, if there was any real rain, it would be more south of us. We're in Colorado Springs, which is not quite the center of Colorado, but kind of close, to be honest with you. And 40 miles down the road is Pueblo. And that's kind of where they're talking about, you know, the real chance of, if there is any chance of rain, to be down that way. And the clouds seem to be kind of heading that way. They're not coming over here. But we might get a little cloud cover as we head south, because that's what we're doing now. We're back, well, we never really left except for turning around, but back on the trail. And we're heading south where we came up north. Yeah, I apologize for singing at times, but I grew up singing, so hello again. Yeah, I grew up, you know, I did choirs all the way through school. Was in a couple of different choirs in high school, so it's hard not to want to sing. If I could remember the words, right now would be a good time for a Chris Croft song called "Ride Like the Wind." Because I'm hauling buns here. 21 miles an hour, 22 miles an hour, 23. Yeah, now it's time to start slowing down a little bit because I've only got one brake. I can only use one brake, so I can't just do the Ricky Rocket thing like Joe's doing. Oh, we have a dog, I think. I hope it's got an owner. This is not cool. I don't see an owner. This is not cool. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, stray dogs scare the hell out of me. I don't see an owner anywhere. Just keep going, Joe. Ring your bell at him. Oh, now he's going to turn around and be in your way. Well, we'll just stay behind him. He's galloping. We gonna go up Flint Ridge or go someplace else? No. I said, are we going to go? Okay. I'm not gonna record Flint Ridge. That's kind of boring. Yeah, because Flint Ridge Drive bike lane is where we're heading up. And what we're doing is we're heading up to the Starbucks or the McDonald's at Academy Boulevard and Flint Ridge Drive. So that's what we'll be doing. Luckily, this dog's not wanting to bother us, so hopefully he's going our way, I guess. So there's a little bit of a bridge here. I take it he belongs to one of the folks around here. So we just went over the canal, and like I told Joe, I'm going to go ahead and end this right here for now. We will get back to you. We'll see you back on the trail. Bye. Okay, well, we're back. I was trying to do a radio check, but something's not working. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll find out what it is. Are you letting go of the mic? Yeah. Okay. Let me so I can shut it off. I'm going to have to. Alright, sorry about all that mess, folks, but just found out my microphone is no good. We had the, the microphones for the walkie-talkies, the separate ones, the handhelds, but yeah, mine's not working. Joe's working fine. Mine's not working. Kick it up, Joe. There you go. Yeah, so, well, sorry about that little mess. But, haven't done a radio check in a while, and, yeah, for some reason my mic's just giving the ghost up, my handheld mic. So now I'm going to have to figure out a different way to mount the walkie-talkie so I can get at it. Because right now we had them clipped into the handlebar bags on the sidebar bags, but that won't work. So I've been thinking about trying to put it, to where, it would come right off maybe my accessory bar or something. But I don't really have a mount to hold the walkie-talkie, so I'd have to come up with something like totally unique. Which I don't have any way to fabricate anything. I just use a lot of old stuff and make it rework. Old plastic holders and stuff. Howdy. But yeah, well, I'll have to take all that out of the. You just lost your mic. Great. Now we're gonna destroy both of them. Yeah, you gotta make sure you got that clip on that thing and force it down there. Okay, touch the button. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Hold on. the hell? It's mine, not yours. What the hell? Now it's yours. Push the button. Damn it. Well, what the hell's going on? Okay, change it to 7.
7.
What the hell? I don't know what the hell's going on.
Power on. 7.
What the hell?
I just set it off to see if that was a problem.
Huh?
I just turned mine off. And then when I turned on, so that's something else.
Wait a minute, I turned mine all the way
Power
off.
on. 6.
Can you hear me? What the hell?
Which side?
Don't keep holding on to the button. Say something.
Wild thing to Woodstock.
Woodstock the Wild Thing. But why are they screaming?
All I can think is that we're getting really close to somebody else.
I guess. That's weird. Sorry, folks. This is going to be a fiasco of a video because walkie-talkies keep screwing up. Usually they work perfect, but all of a sudden they're just messing up. Kept getting this. Got a bike back. We're just getting this unreal heavy squawk. Couldn't get rid of it. But we think it was somebody else using that channel. Now mine's screaming at me again, Joe. I'm just going to turn mine off. I don't know what the hell's going on.
9, 7.
Okay. All right. I don't know what the heck's going on. We never had these kind of problems with them before. Oh, that's weird. We don't really use them as much as we used to because before Joe had e-assist and I didn't. So, if she was going uphill, she'd get really ahead of me. So they were really handy, but they've worked flawlessly. Now all of a sudden they're just, I don't know. We're getting this massive interference on every single channel. That's never happened before. And I don't know if the push to talk button is sticking on mine or Joe's or whatever. So I guess if we get home, I'll try to figure out what's going on. But like I said, bike back. I'm going to have to do a lot of doctoring this video, that's for sure. We're doing a lot of work. Bike back. Yeah, that's just beyond weird. We've never had that kind of problem with these. They've always worked perfectly, in fact. Now something's messed up. Big time. Or somebody's using a channel that broadcasts all the way across, all channels, because we started out on channel 8, went to 9, and then went to 6. And you know, if somebody's on it, you know, you might get a little interference, but not like that. It was just screaming. Sounded like a bad alarm clock. Oh boy. That's the problem with technology, you know. When it works, it's great, but when it don't, it kind of sucks a rock. I don't know what moron decided he had to rip through all those rocks and spread it all over the place, but strange. Today's been a really strange day. It's beautiful and blue skies with some clouds, but it's still actually chilly. Lots of sun, but still actually chilly. You know, now we got, you know, walkie-talkie problems that we've never had before. Plastic bag there. Ole, 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 ole. Oh, and I'm in the wrong gear, but at least I got the E-assist in the right place. Where Joe doesn't. Left. Ah. So now we're just heading back the way we came up. A little different view this way though. Get a bit more mountainy view this way. Yeah, this wireless mic's pretty amazing in a way because, well, you know, they have little tiny batteries, but they last for like 6 hours. So, you know, my GoPro battery will just make an hour, you know, at the most, you know. Bike back.
On your way, it's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. Till next time, bye.